Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you? It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday thus far. Can everybody hear me real good? I had to restart my phone this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear? Okay, they're saying yes. All right, great. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is hump day. This week is moving along, thank the Lord. Oh, it is Wednesday finally. 2 more days of the work week, honey. Having that Monday off really made a difference. I'm telling you, it really made a difference. I'm totally looking forward to Friday getting here and enjoying the weekend. All right? Yes. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys got up, got out, got your coffee and or tea, got where you needed to be, and you are blessed and not stressed this morning, honey. Yes, we got some great topics for you guys. Let's go ahead and do the disclaimer. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use, okay, and entertainment. Today is gonna be a rainy, stormy day today, my God, which means I'm gonna be sleepy at my desk while I'm playing my music in my zen, but we're gonna get through it, child. I like rainy days, but only when I'm home and I'm able to be in my bed. I don't like rainy days at work because that makes me more tired, but nevertheless, we're gonna get through it. Yes. Good morning. All right, so let's get started. You guys know celebrity news is always first. All right. Hopefully you guys got a chance to catch Car Chronicles from yesterday. We had some interesting topics as well. If you did not, please check that out and hit the like button when you check it out. All right. So first things first, celebrity news is R&B singer Ne-Yo, you guys, is accused of owing $3 million in back taxes, and he is hit with several tax liens by the IRS. Them 3 letters right there, you never ever want to play with them, honey. The I, the R, and the damn S. So he is hit with several liens from the IRS owing $3 million. That's a lot of money, my God. Ooh, they said that the IRS filed a federal tax lien accusing Ne-Yo, aka his government name is Schaefer Smith, all right, Schaefer, of owing a total of $3.1 million for 2020, for the year of 2020. Okay, now they're saying that Ne-Yo and his ex-wife Crystal were hit with a lien, with another lien also from a design company called Crow Custom Countertops for some property work that they did at their Alpharetta home in Atlanta. Okay, so they're getting hit in all different directions from the IRS and from this company as well. They're saying that Ne-Yo and Crystal are also facing a separate lien of over $4K, all right, owed by the city of Atlanta, all right, for back taxes on that as well. Oh, child, that's a lot. They got a lot going on. 4 million plus that, plus that, plus that. It's like, ooh, child, everybody after them. Okay. Now you know that Ne-Yo and Crystal, you guys know that they just recently divorced January 2023. After 7 years of marriage, Crystal was awarded $1.6 million for her real estate holdings, $150K for a new car, $12K a month in child support. Okay. And you know, they have 3 children together, so she's getting $12,000 a month in child support for their 3 kids. All right. Ne-Yo, you guys also know that he has since had 2 children with his side chick who he was cheating on, which is a stripper. He was cheating on his wife, Crystal, with this said stripper, and he's now had 2 children with her by now. Okay. A hot damn mess. Ne-Yo's doing a lot, and his karma is coming back to bite him in the ass. Okay. Karma has come to visit you, Ne-Yo, aka Mr. Schaefer. All right. That money, honey, is starting to fade like your hairline, sir. That money is fading like your hairline, Ne-Yo. You better figure it out. You better get out here and write some more songs, do another album or something, honey, to spin up out of this debt. Because the IRS, honey, when they put a lien on your property, baby, it don't get no more real than that. All right. So you better pay them damn taxes and them liens before your fruity ass be running around here saying that you so sick and booed up, honey, in a penitentiary singing lullabies for some honey buns. Because y'all know that's what they be doing in there. That's what R. Kelly doing in there, honey. He trying to get up out of there any way he can. Okay? Singing lullabies for damn honey buns. Okay? Moving right along, though, honey. Do whatever you got to do. Lullabies, honey buns, and booty brownies. That's all that your ass going to be looking at if you don't pay them damn taxes. Moving on. By now, I think everybody knows what's going on between Monique Samuels. You guys remember her from Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all remember she was on there when she got on there and beat the hell out of Candace Dillard, honey, on there for her smart ass mouth. And she and her husband were also on Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC, which is when we had a closer look into their marital issues. You guys remember the scene when they were sitting at the table with the other couples and Monique and Chris kind of had this little spat back and forth, the way she was disrespecting him. He checked her. He kind of raised his voice to her. This is kind of when we saw that they really had some issues within their marriage, okay? And then you guys know some months back, social media was on fire with them talking about Monique and Chris having marital issues and possibly getting divorced. They both went on a live to kind of debunk those issues. Ashley Darby also went on her social media to say that, yes, they are going through a divorce, which I don't know why she was talking to damn Ashley Darby, because we all know Ashley cannot keep her damn mouth shut. Anything you tell her, she's going to talk about it. But she's supposed to be real good friends with Monique. And I think Monique was probably venting to her, which then Ashley hopped her ass on social media and was telling everybody that, yes, Monique and Chris are separated. They're living separately and they are having marital issues. So who needs friends like that? Damn. I mean, I don't think she wanted that told. I don't think they were ready to talk about the issues that they were having and or announce that they were divorcing, maybe because they were going to try to work things out. They do have 3 children together. Okay. But they are going forward with the divorce. Now, according to a very reliable source, they're saying that Monique filed for divorce on April 14th of 2022. She then filed an amended complaint for absolute divorce on June 15th. Their divorce was yet to be finalized during that time. Okay, so they're saying that Monique and Chris have scheduled a hearing. Well, they have a scheduled hearing. Actually today. Their hearing is today, okay? And the two, as you guys probably know, have been separated since October of 2022, despite the YouTube video that they did that I was just talking about, by Monique claiming that they were still together. And the two, of course, haven't posted on each other's pages since December of 2022, all right? They also did not post to celebrate their most recent anniversary for their 11-year marriage, which was on March 13. They did not acknowledge it. They did not post anything on it. They were very mute on it, which then further gave everybody the raise of an eyebrow to say, okay, maybe there is something going on. Because most people who are, you know, when it's their anniversary, you want everybody to know you're celebrating, you're talking about it, you're posting it, you're posting pictures of you and that person, and they did none of that. So that further made everybody, I guess, believe that there were really some issues going on there, okay? And like I just said, the way that they were acting on Love and Marriage Huntsville, DC, they just looked like they just weren't feeling each other. You didn't see the chemistry there that they had when they were on Real Housewives of Potomac. There was a lot of arguing back and forth. Monique was acting like she was just sick of Chris. She was looking like she was just tired of his ass. And I think it has a lot to do with Monique being a little more independent. She's making her own money now when she was totally relying on Chris, who was the money maker and who was taking care of everything. So now that she's become more independent, she's been on these 2 shows. She's launching her own podcast and doing all this stuff on her own, making her own money. She feels like maybe she don't need Chris. And then 2 people grow apart when they're together for a long time. They've been married 11 years. So we don't really know. I know on the show, on Real Housewives of Potomac, there were speculations that she was cheating with her workout coach. And she was saying that was not true. At one point, they were trying to say that her youngest son, Chase, was her workout coach's son. And they were saying, no, that's not true. But upon looking at the child, he looks just like Chris Samuels. So I was just like, yeah, that's some bullshit. There had to be a whole storyline. But I don't know what they're divorcing behind, and I don't like to speculate in terms of things like that. But bottom line is they are divorcing. It appears that they've grown apart. I don't know. Maybe they can figure things out. Godspeed to them, honey. They do have 3 children who are not even teenagers. Okay, I think all of their children are under the age of maybe 11, 12 years old. So hopefully they figure it out. My God, it's unfortunate that they're going to be going their separate ways, and who knows, maybe further, they say absence make the heart grow fonder. Maybe they need some time apart. Okay, sometime when you take that time apart and you realize, okay, I really do still love this person, y'all go through some type of counseling or therapy, marriage counseling. You could pray, go sit with your pastor, figure out what it is that's causing you guys to have that rift in your marriage. Okay, you got to be on one accord in order to make it work. You can't have one person wanting to go their way and the other person wanting to go their way. It's just not going to work. So, honey, much prayers and supplication to them. Moving right along, somebody else who just finalized their divorce, Tia Mowry from Sister. She finalized her divorce with Corey Hardick, honey. They're saying that Tia Mowry's divorce settlement with Corey Hardick is finally finalized. Tia gets the $4.3 million home that they shared, and that she will not pay a dime in spousal and or child support, which is what Corey was asking for. What the hell is these men asking for child support for? At one point, he did want to have joint custody of the kids. I done said that's the go-to now. He knows where the money resides. She got that old money. We done talked about it. From them Tia and Tamara days, honey. Yeah, them sister. She got that sister check still coming in there. Because I think their show was syndicated. But they're saying that their agreement indicated a cordial dynamic with Mowry and Hardick signing off to share joint and legal physical custody of their 2 children. All right. They have a daughter and a son. All right. They're saying, like I was saying, that Corey initially wanted to save the marriage to Tia, but Tia did not. And a lot of people were speculating that they were going to try to work things out around Christmas time when the 2 of them spent Christmas together with the children. Tia was seen wearing a ring, which everybody was saying, well, maybe she put a ring back on and they're going to try to work it out. Not so much. She went ahead and got her a very high priced lawyer, honey, and she fought this divorce, and obviously she came out on top. Corey did not get anything that he asked for except joint custody of the children, but he's not getting any money as it relates to that. So he's going to have to get a damn job, okay? But the 2 of them, they did spend Christmas together. They took a bunch of Christmas pictures. They looked like they were still in love. He was hugged, had his arm around her. I was just like, oh my God, maybe they're going to work it out. But once again, they were married for a very long time, and apparently they grew apart. So their divorce has been finalized. Tia seems to be happy, baby, because she stays on TikTok. I follow her. She stays on TikTok doing her little videos, honey, without a care in the world. All right? So, hey, it is what it is, honey. Godspeed to them as well. Hopefully they can co-parent amicably, raise those children, and they can move on, honey, and find love. That's all I can say. Moving right along, honey. In other news, Megan Good, you guys, was seen going in the courthouse with Jonathan Majors on yesterday for his court appearance for his misdemeanor assault charge. They were holding hands. She was there, honey, in support of her man. She wanted everybody to know she supported him, honey. She had on this long wig trying to be incognito because y'all know she got short hair. She on this long wig, honey, trying to, looking like Cousin It from the Addams Family, going up in there, honey, with a long trench coat on. I said, bitch, ain't this summertime? Why you got on all this stuff on? But anyway, she went in there, honey, holding his hand in support of him for his little hearing. All right. They said she was also seen massaging his shoulders because he looked like he was stressed out in the actual hearing. She was, had a hand up, massaging on his shoulders. They said that there was a brief hearing to establish a trial date, which now they have announced to be August the 3rd. So he is going to be going on trial with said Snow Bunny that he allegedly put pause upon. Which everybody already know. They're saying it happened in a taxi cab when they left a nightclub. He got a phone call from another Snow Bunny, and she was trying to be nosy and see what was in his phone, and that's when everything popped off. So they're saying that Jonathan Majors, honey, is accused of violently attacking his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, in March. I already did a live about it, but I will catch you guys up for those of you that just touched down from Mars. Your spaceship just landed. We'll still go over it, you know, just because I like to keep everybody in the know, honey. They're saying, according to Grace, that Jonathan hit her in the head, choked her, and twisted her arm before forcing her into the vehicle in New York City, honey. They're saying that Jonathan faces multiple charges for the incident and that Megan vows to be by his side throughout the entire ordeal. All right, so she is sticking and staying, honey, with her mind, hoping to get him up out of this situation. I hope this works out for him, honey, and that it doesn't completely crush his career. As you guys know, he has lost several deals. Several movies have backed out. Several people, his management company, they've stopped working with him as well. Nobody wants to fool with him right now. So hopefully after the verdict is read, when this trial is over, that he can kind of get back to some type of normalcy. But I know the college that he went to at Yale, they were talking about he had a lot of violent tendencies there where he was putting paws on people and stayed fighting. And I'll say allegedly, but I mean, I always say where there's smoke, there's fire. If everybody's saying the same thing about you, there has to be truth behind it. And I don't want to believe that, but I mean, damn, here you are again in a whole court case with somebody saying you put paws on them, so you don't know. You might have should have waited to get serious with him after the hearing, so you can really see what's going on. Keep massaging them shoulders, honey, and you know, maybe do a little few apple bobs here and there to make sure he ain't ever upset and or disturbed in any type of way. Do whatever you got to do, honey. Put that long wig back on, jump off the dresser, honey, and make you a cape and all that. Be super Megan, whatever you got to do to keep him from being upset and disturbed, because we don't want him pissed off, because we done saw how he act in the movies, honey. He got that violent streak in him in the movies, in the Marvel movies. So, hey, he played those very well. Moving right along, honey. Oh, child. You might want to lay your head in his lap. Y'all read between the lines. We want to be monetized here now. Put your head in his lap. When they said put your head on my shoulder, you might want to put your head in his lap. And talk on the mic a little bit. Say, okay. Now, I don't want you getting mad. Okay. I'm going to show you a little tension. I don't want you getting mad and popping off on my ass. Okay. Anywho, moving on. Oh, child. Where did my mind just go, Lord? Anywho, Stormi Steele. Let's talk about her. Say, Rell, you crazy. Woo, child. Y'all know we grown in here. Children, y'all go to camp, school, wherever y'all got to go. Damn, so we can talk in here. All right, let's talk about Stormi Steele, honey, because she is in the news again. Stormi Steele Beasley, a.k.a. Houdini of the lawsuits, honey, because y'all know her ass stay in court, and she is set to be in court again. Stormi Steele, a.k.a. broke, getting sued, fake acting ass, is said to be in her feelings about not being invited to Melody's recent name change ceremony. She's in her feelings because she felt like she and Mel were friends. Melody invited all of her close friends and family. Anybody who was anybody that she fooled with, that's who she invited. The Fletchers were even there, okay? The Fletchers were there. I don't think any of the Scotts were there because y'all know Mel already said she don't really fool with folk like that after filming. So, yeah, they said it was a very prestigious event. It was very nice, very upscale. She was celebrating. They had nice food there. Really nice event space. They said she really went all out. She spent a nice little coin, honey, having her event. So we are happy for Miss Melody Cherie Rogers. Yes, we are. But it doesn't seem like Stormi Steele Beasley, and I'm going to call her Beasley because that's what your husband's last name is. Since you decided not to take it, I'm going to rename your ass. Says she's in her feelings because she wasn't invited. But my thing is this. If you said Melody have not given you her phone number, then why would you think that you would be invited to something that's very near and dear to her, such as that? I mean, you are the op now. You do hang with Martell and Sheree all down at the chateau, you know, running back and forth with Martell. So she's definitely not about to see it for you being sitting up in an event space celebrating something that she's been trying to get done in terms of detaching herself from Martell when you his whole friend out here. You've been stuck up his ass for quite some time. You been running around here saying that Martell was the reason why you was on the show. You didn't want to give Melody any type of credit. But now you in your feelings because she didn't invite you to her ceremony. That makes sense. I mean, when she blocked your number, that should have told you everything you need to know. When you tried to call her and she gave you her little flip phone, her little trap phone number, for you to be able to contact her, or calling you via social media. When a person drop you down to being able to only contact them via social media like that, and you don't have their number no more, that says everything that needs to be said. You're not her friend. She don't trust you. She don't see it for you. She don't really want you in her personal space. She don't want you knowing her personal business, because you don't seem to be very trustworthy. When you start hanging with Martell, and anybody that starts hanging with Martell, they become her enemy, because Martell has a way of manipulating people who he hang around. He just does. It was said that Melody had a lot of security there, just in case Martell wanted to act a damn fool and want to come and try to crash something, and you know. But he was away with Ariane at Ariane's cousin's wedding. Okay, so he was there. I actually have some pictures I made show him for Dragiversary. Maybe not, because I said I'm gonna mute them. So no, scratch that. We gonna mute them. I don't give a hot damn. I got the pictures though, where he was sitting there holding knocks at this wedding, trying to make Melody upset or pressed and bothered that he did shit on Father's Day. This event took place on Father's Day. So Melody, of course, had the Eminem kids. They were there at the event, according to Shanita Foster, who is Melody's good friend, who was there. Melody, it was her week with the children, so they were at the ceremony with Mel to celebrate her name change. So Martell decided that he was in Father's Day with Ariane down there in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, which is where she's from, at this wedding, down there being all fake and bothered, because he was in his feelings about Mel changing that name. Y'all know that. But anywho, they're saying that Stormi Honey she was in her feelings, okay? And I think too that Mel was not going to be inviting Stormi's ass, because she didn't want Pitbull face Betty's ass to be there. I'm gonna say it again. Pitbull face Betty. She didn't want her there either, because y'all know anytime Betty show up, she start acting a damn fool. And Stormi is good for bringing her mother to +1s, like she did at the tea event. Mel said she didn't even know that Betty was even gonna be there. She did not know that Betty was gonna be Stormi's +1. She invited Stormi. She did not know Stormi was gonna be bringing Betty. And we all know Betty is a problem. She don't like Mel. So for Mel to not invite Stormi, that was a great thing, because then you didn't have Betty there with her negative, bad energy, trying to be starting mess and sitting there with her face all scrunched up, looking like an old dried up prune, with her damn nostrils all flared out, looking like a fool. So thank you, Mel, for not inviting her. Now, moving right along in other news with Stormi. Stormi is due in court today for another lawsuit, okay? She is being sued. She has to show up today in Madison County courts for another lawsuit. Another company is suing her for non-payment. So she is being sued once again. I don't know what the hell is going on with Stormi and her businesses and how she is handling things, but it's like every other damn day she is getting sued for something else. My God, how many lawsuits is she gonna have? How many times is she gonna continue to have to go back and forth to court? Now, she went on her Facebook channel and was trying to say, no, she's not in court. Yes, you are. You don't think we court dockets whenever we see these? That's public information. Anytime you got to go to court, that's public information. We can pull those documents, and anytime I announce something on my show, I'm gonna make sure I do my due diligence and my homework to make sure I know what I'm talking about, so people can't come back and say, oh, Caramel is just saying some stuff, or I'm gonna sue you for saying this, this, and this. Be my guest. Please do not threaten me with a good time talking about suing somebody, because then I'm gonna pull my receipts and I'm gonna be happy to pull out some more shit that I won't even gonna say. That's how I'm gonna operate. You want to be on that level of petty and try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about? Great, do that. But just understand, when you open that can of worms, every worm that I have, because I keep receipts and I don't delete shit, I'm going to pull it all out on your ass. And when I get done, you're going to be sitting there looking stupid like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have even fucked with her like that, because I know she have her stuff together over there. Me, she, her does her homework. And I keep my shovel everywhere I go. So if you stay your ass out of court and pay people like you should and send them their product, then maybe you would not continue to be sued and have to hop on Facebook Live and saying everybody is lying about you going to court when you know your ass is in court. She is due in court today in Madison County Courthouse. How would I know that if that was not public information? Do I need to read the docket number? Like, don't play with me. Damn. Now, as you guys already know, we can go ahead and backtrack some of the financial issues and or things that Stormi is facing. Y'all know she is facing a lawsuit also with Apex Funding, where she took out several loans in terms of trying to catch up financially with her businesses, that she also did not pay them to the tune of $8 million, okay? She also owes back rent to the warehouse that she skipped up out of prior to the one that she's hiding in right now. That Black Titanic just put her ass on blast, so everybody knows where she is. The warehouse prior to that, the one that Betty was bragging on, saying my daughter has a whole warehouse, when she was renting it and decided to skip out on the rent to the tune of $6K that she did not pay her previous landlord. All right. She has several Canvas Beauty and Body Butter lawsuits that she's also facing. And also the F rating with the Better Business Bureau. Okay. Yes. For customers that she also did not send their products to and refuses to give them refunds on the product, regardless to the fact that they've been asking just for a refund. They no longer want the product. They just want a refund, and she's declined to do that. Now, she did put out a PSA to say that she had some more people that was working in her warehouse to help get those 5K back orders out. But it's seeming like that's been a lie as well, because people are still saying they haven't received their stuff. And now that she's pushing and promoting this new body butter and talking about all these sales that she has going on, and that's only a means to kind of pull more and more people into her bullshit over there of spending money with her, and then she has no intentions of sending these orders. Stormi is behind over 5,000 back orders of her product to her customers who continue to try to support her. As I told you guys, Walmart has started removing Canvas Beauty from their products because it's not selling as well, probably because of the negative backlash, and according to people not getting their products and are hearing about how Stormi runs her business. It's not selling as much, so they have started removing Canvas Beauty from their products and their shelf space. All right. Now, there's a decoration business that actually worked with Stormi to help her do some upgrades in terms of decorating her home, the plantation out there, honey, where all the horses, chickens, cows, flies, and everything else reside. She owes them to the tune of up to over 5K, which she also did not pay them, and they are currently in a lawsuit with her as well. She has also a lien on her plantation home that she lives in out there, the one that she is currently filming in on Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? It is said that she is thinking about moving out of that house. So, yeah, she's trying to get from under that lien. That's what it is. They're trying to say that she's trying to be moving and trying to sell her house, but you owe that lien on that actual property for that as well. So, and let's not forget about, she also has the violations at the current warehouse that she is in now for having those dogs running around in there with open product, including the one dog that I actually posted on social media that had the lampshade on his head that was bleeding all over the place, that she had just picked up from the vet, where he was bitten by a snake, according to her. The dog was leaking all over the floor. I showed pictures of it because I like to show receipts, honey, when we talk about stuff. Matter of fact, I was one of the first content creators to post that tea on social media. So shout out to me for that tea. All right. And also, we also know about the active warrant that Stormi also has out against her from Black Titanic, where Black Titanic filed paperwork on her for communicating threats. All right. So, Stormi, you have a lot going on, sis, and we still don't know what's going to happen with the court case today in terms of her being sued once again. So, oh, child, I don't know what to tell you. I think your focus, instead of you worrying about mail not inviting you somewhere and you still focused and checking for mail, you need to be worrying about all these damn lawsuits and liens and everything else that you got going on, and focusing on trying to get these products out to your customers who have been waiting since 2021. Yeah. Moving right along, honey. I mean, damn. I don't know what's going on. Let me ponder on this just a little bit. I don't know what's going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville. All these damn criminals on the loose. Carlos King, I don't think he did any type of background check. I think he's more so focused on ratings. He don't give a hot damn that these people are a bunch of criminals, that they're on his network just out here lying and capping. Tisha and Marceau and them, they stay saying they're doing some stuff that they're not doing. They're trying to say that they are building hotels and that they're doing this, and this. They stay lying and perpetrating And Carlos don't care. He just continues to feed into it. He continues to interview them, knowing they're sitting there on his podcast lying. But he's going to do whatever he needs to do to keep his ratings where he thinks that they are, which they are in the trash. Your ratings are in the dumpster, Carlos King. The only highest rated episode was the one where the guys had the altercation with Lewis. And that's only because they thought that Lewis was going to knock the hell out of somebody. But when we saw that shit wasn't going to happen, the ratings went right on back down to the trash can where they stay. They actually thought it was going to be a fight. That's why everybody watched it. And now that they see that that was all cap and that it was edited down and it was fake as hell, because they were fighting prior to commercial. They went to commercial and now they dapping it out and hugging. So everybody was like, this is total bullshit. Goodbye. So the ratings are right back in the trash again. And now he's trying to push this love and marriage. What's the other one? Chicago or Detroit or wherever the hell it is. And I'm probably not even going to even cover that one, to be honest with you. Because I'm about sick of Carlos. I'm about sick of him. And now they're talking about the abuse that's going on over there on Bell Collective. And he's steady promoting that bullshit with Cliff and Latrice. They're saying he put paws on her and she had bruises on her. So why are we promoting violence? We already see the dynamic between Cliff and not to get off the subject too much, but I'm just trying to show you guys the level of mess that Carlos continues to produce for ratings. This is their real life. Latrice is really going through some bullshit with Cliff. We've seen him disrespect her on the show where he snatched her microphone off, cussed her out, called her a whole bitch on camera, and was fussing at production and the camera crew telling them to get back and get out of his business while he go and cuss his wife out. It's crazy. This is what Carlos is promoting. Violence in the workplace. That's violent. And if he's doing this on camera, I don't even want to know what he's doing off camera to this girl. She is young. She did not have her father in her life. Cliff is twice as old as she is, so he gives daddy vibes, and she calls him daddy, Zaddy, which is just another name for daddy. She don't want to call him daddy, so she want to cuten it up and call him Zaddy. He disrespects the hell out of her on national television, and now it said that he put hands on her to the point to where she had bruises. That's not cool. I don't think that should be shown for any type of ratings or anything for anybody's enjoyment and or entertainment. That's sick as hell. That's sick as hell. It's also sick for Melody to have to continue to sit across the table and get along with Martell when you know all the stuff that he's done to her, when she keeps saying that she has panic attacks and anxiety from all the shit that he's done. That is promoting violence in the workplace and putting her in a situation that's uncomfortable for her. You saying people better get along and film together or they ain't gonna have no job. But this person is online saying they have PTSD when it comes to Martell, and she got to sit across a table and pretend to be in a business meeting with him, knowing that he has been violent towards her. And I say allegedly. When does this stop? I don't understand it. All for ratings. I don't see anything entertaining about somebody yelling and screaming in somebody's face, threatening somebody, pulling up to somebody's house unannounced, in the middle of a custody battle. They are in a whole custody battle on the show. And Martell walks his ass around and hold his hand out to try to, it's like he's taunting her. And Melody is forced to be in that type of situation with these crazy ass people, the Scotts as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. And Carlos is sitting there lining his pockets at the expense of these people's pain, at the expense of Latrice's pain, of being cussed out on national television, at the expense of Melody having PTSD. That's crazy. That's crazy. This mess got to stop. Like, for real, for real. For real, for real. And he's so focused on Real Housewives of Atlanta, he stay interviewing them and focused on what they're doing. But you need to be focused on what's going on the Kingdom Reign, is what you call it. Entertainment. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bell Collective. And now you got another show where we see couples yelling back and forth in each other's face. Coming up with Detroit. I saw the trailer to it. Another show showing black people being abused verbally, psychologically, mentally, and with Bell Collective, we got to say physically because they're saying there were bruises on Latrice. Something needs to be done about that. I don't see that being anything good about, you know, feeling somebody else's pain and somebody having panic attacks because a certain person is in the room and they got to be forced to film with them. That shit is sick as hell. That's sick as hell. But moving on, honey. Speaking of Carlos, honey, Carlos King interviewed Sonya Ross from Real Housewives of Atlanta and was being messy as hell and asked her who she'd like to see come back to the show and who she would get rid of, okay? Now, y'all know that's going to spark some mess when you ask who you would like to see or who you would like to get rid of on the show. Sonya says that she would like to see Phaedra come back, even though she knows that Kandi and Phaedra don't get along. She also says that she'd like to take Kandi off the show and that she'd also bring Claudia Jordan back as well as keep Sheree and bring Marlo back. She'd also like to see Portia Williams come on the show as well. She said that she likes Portia and she would like for Portia to come. I like Portia, even though she's a wild child. She's a whole wild alley cat, but Portia keeps them ratings up. She got that slick mouth. She does. I mean, the fact that she's with Simon now, I think that will help the ratings because people are nosy and want to see what the hell is going on in terms of how their marriage is now. And yeah, I mean, I think Portia would be a great addition back to the show now that we know Nene will never, ever, ever, and did I say ever, be back on the show. All right. Now, when Kandi Burruss heard that Sonya would rather drop her from the show in order to bring Phaedra back, Kandi clapped back on her Speak On It podcast and went in on Sonya. She was mad as hell about that. Kandi says, what I was saying before about how Sonya is getting on my nerves, okay? She says Sonya gets on her whole nerves, y'all. She says on the show and off the show. She says, yeah, I saw that little clip of her saying that she could see me off the show. She says next season, but did you really say that? That's what she was asking Sonya. Like, did you really say that, Sonya? She says, you see me off, but you don't see yourself off. She says that she's trying to bring people on the show, back on the show, who she don't even know. She said, you don't even know those people. She says, and I'm cracking up because she's really talking like she's a fan of these people, okay? She says, if we want to talk about what the fans have to say, she says, then you might not want to talk about who shouldn't be here because I see what the fans are saying online. So Candi's trying to say that the fans are saying they don't want to see Sonya on the show because she's very boring and that her storyline is just very yawn, you know, like it's like watching paint dry, which I agree. She's really not bringing nothing to the show. She's kind of attaching herself onto like Marlo and just kind of co-signing what everybody else have to say. Her storyline really this season is she wants to get her family out of her house, who she promised they could stay with her for 2 years, and help her around the house. Her mother is staying there, her dad is staying there, her sister's staying there, her sister's husband is staying there, their children are staying there, on top of her own child being there. And her husband is telling her that he wants his house back. He wants all these people up out of his damn house. He and Sonya are talking about trying to have another child, and it's kind of difficult with everybody being in the house for them to be romantic because, damn, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people in their house. So Sonya saying she told them they could stay for 2 years. The husband is saying he want them out. So that's causing some rift and or energy because he's barely even there now. He's working away from the house. So he drops in, he comes in, and he leaves. So I said, girl, you better finish that out. You better figure that out because if your husband is telling you he won't folk up out of his house so it can be just you and him, you don't want to push him to the point where he don't want to come home at all. Look at Tisha and Marceau. He don't want to come home at all. He'd rather be anywhere but near her ass. And that's the same energy you're going to be getting from your husband. She got a fine husband, girl. You better figure that shit out. You better listen to your husband. Where the mom and daddy and brother and sister and whoever else is staying there, where the hell did they stay prior? Sonya and them got a little corn about them. And the sister and the brother, they staying, and sister and the husband staying there rent free. The husband saying, yeah, they got to go. He tired of paying for other people sitting on his dime while he out working. And Sonya done told him prior to him even probably knowing about it, I don't think it was agreement because he was mad at shit. He was like 2 years. Like, that's a long time. He didn't think they were going to be staying there that long. So that is her storyline this season, all right? As you guys know, Kandi says that you're talking about me not being here next season. She said, but you should worry about yourself not being here as well, ma'am. Now, Kandi does have a lot of pull in terms of people not being there because she's the reason why Phaedra is not able to come back because she's already told Andy Cohen and the Bravo Network that if Phaedra is allowed to come back, that she's quitting the show, that she will never ever film on Real Housewives of Atlanta again. They have kept Phaedra away because of the lie that she went out here and told that Kandi violated someone, that she drugged them and violated them. So behind that lie, and I think Portia Williams was either in on it or knew about it and had that conversation with Phaedra. She did apologize to Kandi, but Kandi is not trying to hear it from Phaedra because she was behind that lie. So Bravo fired Phaedra for that incident, and she has not been able to come back. But Phaedra, when she was asked in another interview if she was willing to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was saying that she don't wish to be on a sinking ship, in terms of saying that the show sucks and that the ratings have been sucking. She don't want to be on the show because it appears to be a sinking ship. So as you guys know, Kandi is the highest paid housewife now on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where it used to be Nene prior to her leaving the show. So Kandi is the one that's holding the big bag on the show, and she has a very reputable friendship and alliance with Andy Cohen. So she kind of sits with him and say, hey, I want this or I don't want this, and he listens to Kandi. So in terms of her saying who she wants on the show and not, I think Sonya might want to pipe down a little bit, because if Kandi put it in Andy's ear as to say she don't want Sonya to be back for whatever reason, then baby, you might not be back. Kandi got a little pull when it comes to that, is all I'm saying. I mean, it's sad. It's sad that it has to be that way, but it's looking like she got a little pull. I would like to see Phaedra back, honestly. I do like Phaedra. She is messy as hell. She has some of the best reads. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I like Phaedra, but I don't see that happening as long as Kandi is on the show. The two of them will never ever film together. So I don't know how that will work. It is said and alleged that Portia is to be returning back next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, from what I've been hearing and or seeing, because she has been filming again on Watch What Happens Live, and she has been taking pictures with the cast most recently. So she is going to be making some appearances back, kind of worming her way back to the show. They're also saying that Cynthia Bailey is expected to be coming back next season as well, as a friend of, and it's saying she does want her peach back, which I don't see that happening because she's hella boring. I don't know what she's going to be talking about. We already know about the situation between she and Mike Hill, this divorce. We don't care anymore. I don't think Cynthia has anything else going on that's worth talking about and or giving her a peach. I mean, hell, we trying to take Marlo's peach back because she ain't doing shit but running behind Kandi. She don't deserve to have a peach. I mean, I'm just saying. You fought all this time to have a peach, and you get one, and you ain't doing nothing with it but stalking Kandi. So we'll see what it's giving. It would be great maybe to see her come back as a friend of. And we also know Kim Zolciak will definitely be coming back next season. All right. So we don't know who's going to be shifted around in terms of peaches. But we do know that Kim Zolciak is definitely coming back next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So that's going to shake some things up, because Kim has a very smart mouth. She stays getting into it with people. So I don't know if she's going to bump heads with Kandi, because y'all know they've had some rifts back and forth in previous seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we'll see what it's giving on that, okay? So that's just some tea for you guys who maybe did not know. All right, moving on. We're getting down to the very last topic here. It's looking like we're going to cover all the topics. This traffic is kind of crazy today. They're saying that Kiki is saying that production has advised her this season, in an effort to, I guess, boost ratings, you guys, to go after Melody in terms of helping boost ratings, and Kiki has refused, okay? She wants to focus more so on her issues, I guess, with Tisha and family issues and having her own storyline. But it's saying that production was trying to advise her to maybe go after Mel, or to make it seem like they have some type of rift in order to, I guess, boost ratings. Because y'all know, anytime there's a cat fight or anything like that, that's what makes the ratings go up, because people like to see, unfortunately, stupid shit like that on TV, where people are having rifts and fights and stuff like that. Like I said, the highest rating for Love and Marriage Huntsville this season was the fight, or the actual altercation between Lewis, Martell, and Marceau and them at the baby shower. So unfortunately, yeah, so they're saying that production was asking Kiki to have some type of riff and go after Melody this season, but she has declined. As you guys know, they were saying that Melody also helped get Kiki on the show in terms of inviting her, y'all remember, to the pajama party. Melody was saying that she was friends way prior to Kiki coming on the show that she knew her. So I don't think Kiki wanted to take that route with Melody, because she does like Melody. She don't have a problem with her. So she didn't want to take on that role of appeasing Carlos King in production, in terms of acting like she and Melody had some type of riff when they really did not. Her real riff is with Wanda and Tisha and Marceau and them, where they're trying to put her business out there and still trying to call her, you know, a drug head and all this other stuff, allegedly. Because y'all know they've been trying to run ahead of her and tell her business. But Kiki is like, listen, yeah, no, I'm not biting the bait on that one. Because y'all know she's already fighting and carrying on with damn Tiffany. And they actually really do have a real riff, because Tiffany is out here running around telling all Kiki's business and actually linking up. I already told y'all, with different content creators spilling Kiki's business. And she even, it was saying that Tiffany was behind those pictures from Home Depot being released, okay, to try to put Kiki and throw her under the bus. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but she was like, yeah, no, I don't want no parts of that. So it's looking like Love and Marriage Huntsville is scrambling for some reputable storylines this season, because what they've been giving us really have not been, it have not been giving us that oomph this particular season. And the ratings have been very lackluster, like for real. Okay, from the fake storylines with the Scotts, Stormi now with her whole fake ass production over there with them faking, with this whole Aunt Lisa bullshit between her mom and this rift between them that was a whole fake mess. And now they're trying to pit Kiki against Melody, and like I said, she's not biting the bait. But we also know that Mel is also having this mess with Martell. So I feel like it's a bully takedown type situation. That's what it's feeling like to me. Like she's already going through a real situation with Martell, and it takes everything in her to be able to film with him, like I was just saying prior. So to kind of make it seem like Kiki is turned against her as well, it's like they're trying to turn all the cast against Mel. I don't understand it. Why is everybody coming against her? I don't understand it. The Scotts, it's like the Scotts, they were all teaming up and trying to be against her. Even brought that Scott brother, Basement Billy, on there to be against her. And then it's like, it's crazy, but they won't bring Miss Van on the show, and she's filmed several scenes already this season, but they won't show her. So it's like Melody doesn't have any type of alliance on the show. It's like she's standing alone while everybody else is kind of clicked up and doing their own thing. And now it's looking like they're pushing Kiki to be a part of that clique, to be against her as well. I don't understand that. Miss Van has filmed several scenes and they have yet to show her. It's so crazy. I don't understand why everybody is trying to be pitted against her and trying to be bullying her and making it seem like they have beefs against her when she's already going through what she's going through. Like, enough is a damn enough. That's just only feeding into her PTSD, to be honest. That's why Melody says it's so exhausting, and whenever filming is over, she just detaches herself and she don't fool with people, because it's a lot. It's a lot just doing what she has to do with Martell. Just filming with him, just seeing him is a lot. And we ain't even talking about exchanging words. That's why she's so short with him, because it's so draining. And now production wants Kiki to be coming for her. And I'm glad they were saying that Kiki was saying she's not looking to do that. It's a hostile working environment, it's looking like, and it's starting to get worse. But y'all know Kiki, like I said, she came on the show as a friend to Melody, which pissed Tisha off, because she was saying, well, we're family. I don't understand why she would want to be friends with her. Why is she linking up and trying to be friends with her? You're my family. I helped you get on the show. But so did Melody. Melody also spoke up in terms of helping Kiki get on the show. But then it's heard that Tisha didn't even want Kiki to even be on the damn show because she was afraid of all the stuff that Kiki knew about her. So, I mean, which one is it? Did you help her get on the show, or did you not? Tisha said she helped to get on the show. But now it sounded like maybe you didn't want her to be on the show because of that. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I feel like, too, Martell has a lot to do with why Miss Van has not filmed. Because I feel like that's just his way of kind of getting in Carlos's ear and trying to block Miss Van from being on the show, because he feels a whole way about that situation between he and Melody. So y'all know anybody that's in favor of Melody, that of course, which would be Miss Van, that's her mama. Y'all saw how he was screaming in Miss Van's face at the skating ring. He don't have no respect for her. So I see him blocking her from actually filming. Well, not filming, but showing her on the show. But then they done showed Marlene several times. They done showed Marlene several times. Now, how is it that she's getting camera time? She don't even have no storyline. She ain't even doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing that will make nobody want to be sitting there watching her. They ain't filmed her at the hospital scrubbing no floors. Marlene don't have no storyline. She's running around trying to see what Martell is doing with all these women that he's seeing. Sitting back talking about my son, my son. So how is it that she's shown on the show, I want to say at least 3 times already this season? Marlene has been shown 3 times this season. She was shown at the Upscale magazine shoot. She was shown when Martell was getting this stupid ass massage. And she was also shown in the scene where she was sitting down at the table talking to him about Melody not even wanting full custody of her kids. She didn't even want custody of her kids. Why would she not want custody? But they will not show Miss Van. The only time they showed her was like a couple seconds in the little atrium at the skating ring when Martell was yelling in her face. And then they didn't show her anymore. So why are they allowing her to film all these scenes and not show her? That shit is getting on my nerves. That's getting on my nerves. And then they're also giving Betty, Stormi's mama, all this camera time as well. What is going on? Do we need to write to the network? What is going on as to why they're not showing Miss Van on this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Why waste her time to have her? Because filming is hours and hours of somebody's time. Miss Van also works as a real estate agent. She works like a real job. So you're pulling her away from her job to film for hours and hours and hours, and you don't even show her. That's not fair. And I feel like Martell has something to do with Miss Van's screen time being cut and then allowing his mama to be shown. And also allowing Betty to be shown, because y'all know he's like this with Stormi. So it's like whoever's good friends with Martell, that's who gets all the camera time now. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. We have not seen. And Mel said her mom was at the skating rink for the party. Well, we saw her there. She was there when they sang happy birthday to the girls, to Melody's kids, Boss Baby and Mariah. She was standing right there. But the camera didn't even pan over to even get her. And she was there filming. So why are they cutting her scenes? I don't understand that. They are cutting. It's like they're intentionally cutting her scenes. And I don't get it. Now, y'all know they are still back filming again. And now they get ready to have Martell's criminal ass brother on this coming episode, this coming Saturday. So again, they are skipping over Miss Van to have somebody else who is in an alliance with Martell, somebody else in his family, gets to film. We don't care about him. We don't want to see him. He's just a regular schmegular old criminal ass ninja who runs the streets just like Martell used to do. Now he's bringing him on the show, talking about he gonna be mentoring him when he's a whole criminal. We don't want to see that bullshit. I'm trying to figure out why they cutting Miss Van like that. That's kind of making me mad. That's kind of making me mad. And I think Mel is supposed to be like the executive producer. I think she should push to have her mom shown on this damn show. It's not fair that Betty and them can sit up there and have a whole fake ass skit this past episode and not even show Miss Van at all. I didn't want to see that mess with Stormi and them. You could tell it was fake. But we are forced to sit there and watch that. But somebody who is exuding black excellence, selling $1 million properties, that's really showing what they're doing, that's really out here making some major boss moves, because Carlos said that this season they're going to be showing black excellence, black business. Miss Van is a business woman. She has several books that she is selling. So why are we not seeing that when she is a part of the cast? If you're going to show mamas, why are you not showing Melody's mama? Why are they icing her out? To be showing some bullshit with Stormi and Betty and her drunk ass looking aunt that was on there, and that irrelevant ass cousin Junior. We don't give a damn about him. Okay, you fired him from Canvas Beauty. Y'all won't doing shit in there anyway. We don't care. I would much rather see Miss Van on the show talking about her businesses and her books that she's selling, and the dynamic between she and Mel like they did last season. We have not seen Miss Van have a full scene since they went to Destin last season on the family trip. That's a hot damn mess. Production and Carlos, y'all need to stop that mess, because it's looking intentional. It's intentional. They are intentionally cutting Miss Van out, and I don't like that shit. I don't like it. Now, we would be wrong if we did another blackout on their ass for doing that. We would be wrong. And the viewers do have more power than everybody thinks. Because Wanda ain't stepped her slew foot back on the show since. Wanda have not stepped her ass back on it. And she keeps saying in every one of her lives, oh, I've been filming. I don't know when I'm going to be back on the show, but I've been filming. So have this Van. So what the hell going on here? You allowing Wanda to still be filming. I'm sounding like Wanda, not filming it. You allowing Wanda to be filming, and you also have Miss Van filming, but you're not showing her. We don't want to see Wanda because her ass needs to stay on the blackout. She ain't doing nothing else either. She still ain't got her food truck out, so she's irrelevant. Put her ass to the side. Stormi's mama, I don't know what her purpose is for being on this season. What is she doing besides stirring up bullshit? She don't have a storyline. Her storyline is Stormi's business, which is nothing. Stormi ain't got nothing going on either. They need to put Stormi back as a friend of the show, because she ain't really bringing nothing. She go get this person so situation. Who is we? You ain't got nothing to do with this. That's your storyline this season, starting bullshit versus talking about all them damn lawsuits and liens and the messed up businesses that you running over there. Where's the black excellence? Where does that start with this season? Melody is talking about her property preservation and her business that she's running. The Scotts, they just talking about, oh, we moving into an apartment. They still ain't talking about no business this season. The only thing business related that we've seen thus far was where Courtney went driving his ass over there to the building that's supposed to be where Black is, where it looked like they building some shit where they really not. Marceau was just standing up in there. He wasn't building nothing. He wasn't working. And then we saw where they were standing over there at the Fairfield Inn land where they weren't even supposed to be. We already saw they're not even on contract. It's a bunch of fake ass mess. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. I think Melody needs to put her executive producer hat on and push for her mother to be on this show, like I just said, so she can get some scenes, because I'm tired of seeing Marlene with her dry ass Milli Vanilli braids and them thick ass caterpillar eyebrows and that smeared lipstick like her ass been eating pig feet sandwiches backstage. I'm tired of seeing that shit. Like, for real. I want to see Miss Van on the show. And I want to see Stormi's mama off the damn show, because she don't bring anything. And that's just all I got to say about that, period. She don't bring anything but drama and mess. And this show is starting to be ghetto now. It's starting to be ghetto, like Love and Hip Hop. Now, I get it. It's a bunch of criminals filming. But we were promised black excellence, and I ain't seen that yet. I ain't seen no black excellence. But anywho, thank you guys for joining Car Chronicles. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics that we discussed this morning. Please hit the like button if you have not done so. And also, if I run across any more information today, I will have to do a pop-in. But we covered all of our topics this morning. Thank the Lord. You guys have a great day if you're at work. For those of you listening from work, I know a lot of you guys say you listen to me at work. You be cracking up at work. Don't mess around and get fired, honey, laughing at me acting a fool. But thank you for watching and or supporting this channel. Please hit the like and also subscribe if you have not. If you've been sitting back watching saying, let me see what this girl talking about. Let me see what this channel is all about. I think that you should have made your mind up now to say, you know what? I really like this girl Caramel. Let me go ahead and subscribe, okay? Anywho, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the super chats that you guys have given. Thank you also for any cash apps that you guys have given to support this channel. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you, Moss, for doing such an awesome job of keeping the trolling down. And thank you for any content creators that joined us today to support the channel as well, okay? You guys be blessed and not stressed. Enjoy your day, and I will talk to you guys later. Good.